ban Nigerian students from getting admission into language schools in Japan. And before you start saying, oh, is it not their money, so long as they paid, it doesn't work like that. Japan is a very strict country.
Charlie, Nigerians are crying. Nigerians are facing rejection. They are being denied left, right, center. And Charlie, who caused them? Who caused them? Me, this is the question that I want to. Who caused them? They are complaining now, but the question is, who caused them? I've actually shared a couple of videos here that, see, people are going to keep on rejecting you guys until you change your attitudes. It is not by the will of anybody, by you yourself, or let me say some of you. You are facing rejection. They are denying you everywhere. Charlie, I don't want to talk plenty. Let's go into the videos. I have some couple of videos to show you of Nigerians complaining about rejection and being denied. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe.
Please, is there any good that can come out of this green passport? I mean, this is our Nigerian passport. Is there any good that can actually come out of it? Because most of my friends, African friends here in Japan, have traveled to other nearby nearby Asian countries like Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, Philippines, and all the rest. But me, wanting to go to Thailand, trying to apply for a visa, and they are telling me that I have to go to Nigeria to get an NDLEA report, what's it called? To get a report, a clearance report, from NDLEA. Why? I don't get it. Why? What is wrong with this our passport? Like, I can't even go to anywhere. All these neighboring countries in Asia that I'm supposed to freely visit as a resident in Japan, but because of this passport that I'm holding, it's really, really constraining. What is the way forward? What can we do as a people to improve the image of this green passport? Please, you guys tell me. What do we need to do? What does the government need to do? Maybe they don't know. Maybe we need to tell them. How can we improve the image of our passport to make it stronger? And what exactly is the reason for our passport's weak strengths? Why is our passport so weak? Please, I need you people to educate me on this. Why is our passport so weak? And why is it that any country that we want to go into, we have to go through series of questioning, troubles, and stress? I'm just pissed. This Christmas, I was supposed to travel, go somewhere, visit around these Asian countries now that I'm on holiday, but I can't because of my Nigerian passport. Guys, help. I am worried. I am really worried for our people, and I think we need to do better. My heart is heavy. As you know, I started making inquiries about Japanese language schools for people who are interested in coming to Japan to study the Japanese language. Before now, Japanese language schools used to be one of the easiest ways to relocate or migrate to Japan. You were not required to pay your tuition or hostel fee before coming to Japan. All you needed was the admission, the application fee, enrollment fee, and once your COE is out, you go get your visa, and then when you come to Japan, as you start studying, you can pay your tuition and accommodation fee. But now everything has changed. In fact, getting admission into the Japanese language school is now one of the most difficult procedures in Japan right now. And guess what? This is only for Nigerians. Yes, only for Nigerians. This week, I reached out to 10 Japanese language schools, asking them about admission procedures for international students, overseas students, people who are planning to come in from outside of Japan. And 8 out of 10 of those Japanese language schools told me that they do not admit Nigerian students. I was shocked. I started doing my research. I started asking questions. I asked some of the language schools. Some of them were hesitant to talk, and then I think one of them told me that Nigerian students have abused the privilege. Nigerian students will come in from Nigeria. As soon as they land Japan, they would abscond. They will not attend language class. They will not pay their tuition. They will not pay for the accommodation. Everything that had been preserved and prepared for them before coming, they would, even from the airport, many of them would abscond. They won't even go to the language school where they got admission. Initially, they changed their rules and their requirements and asked that you must pay tuition before coming into Japan. You must pay your tuition fee, your accommodation fee before you get visa to come. Even at that, when they pay, is it that many of them are not attending classes? Is it that they don't, they just attend for a few months and they abscond? Is just horrible, to the point that they had to ban Nigerian students from getting admission into language schools in Japan. And before you start saying, oh, is it not their money, so long as they paid, it doesn't work like that. Japan is a very strict country. The Ministry of Education is actually supervising those language schools who have the privilege to admit students from abroad. There are only very few language schools that have that opportunity, that privilege of bringing in students from abroad. And the Ministry of Education is highly interested in those schools and supervises their activities, monitors and supervises very strictly. If you do not have up to 90% of attendance, like your student do not have up to 90% of attendance, they will withdraw your license. You won't be able to bring in foreign students anymore. And many of these schools, their major, clients are usually international students from China, Vietnam, the surrounding surrounding Asian countries, and a few other African countries. So you see, withdrawing license from them is such a big deal because many people who are already in Japan already understand Japanese language to some extent. So they make their money mostly from international students. Now imagine you coming to spoil their business for them. So they had to reach an agreement with the Ministry of Education by telling them that they are no longer going to accept Nigerian students. How shameful. I am really embarrassed and sad about this development. Why can't we do better? Why? Is everything about money? Is everything about money? You come in through a door and then you shut that door against your brothers and sisters? You shut that door for the remaining people who should use this same opportunity that you use because of your selfishness. It's very bad. We need to start doing better as Nigerians, as Africans, to start, projecting a very good image and integrity. Because I'm sick and tired. We are the first to complain, oh, they hate us, they do this, they're discriminating against us. But check yourself. What has led to their decision or their stereotype against you? We really need to do better. Please and please, for those of you contacting me for language school and admission into Japan, if you know that you're not ready to study, you don't want to come, at least that 1 year, sacrifice it and learn the language, go to the school that you actually came in for. Then after that, you can do whatever you like. You can continue to live in Japan after studying for as long as you can. Why do you want to spoil the chances of other people? And then you don't know that learning the language gives you an edge. If you know the Japanese language, you have more opportunities than people who are even PhD holders in this country that do not understand or read and write the Japanese language. You have opportunities and access to so many companies who are looking for people who are proficient in Japanese, because this is a Japanese country. They don't care about your degree and all of that if you cannot speak their language, because you'll be useless to them. So you don't know that learning that language actually gives you an opportunity. That money that you are looking for, that you think you can get on the streets, you will actually get double and triple of it if you actually go through that language school that you actually came for. So please, this is a plea to all of us Africans, my brothers and sisters, wherever you are. If you're planning to come into Japan through language school, please and please endeavor, try your best to see that you attend. Not only attend, you have a very good record of attendance. Meet the 90% attendance. Be there. Learn and graduate like others, so that we do not close the opportunities for others who are, it might be your brothers or your sisters tomorrow trying to come in, or even your children, and you have shut the door against them because of your selfishness. Please, let's do better. Thank you.
My people, Nigeria happened to me for this place where I did. I swear down. The way it is now, I say the whole world is isolating themselves from Nigerians. Like they don't even want here say you be Nigerian. As long as you carry that green passport, now course that green passport now course. I they tell you something. So this is my neighbor. He's from Venezuela. So he can tell me about a bank when you open with social security number. So I was like, what else there? They say passport and just your social security number. Oh my God, this sound. Okay, so before then, there's this my friend. She's a Ghanaian, and one other friend of mine I tell her say I don't go there around because it was my off day. So she go ask me where they go. I tell her I go bank. I want to go open an account. She's a Jamaican, so she said okay, she wants to join me, that she would like to open an account too. 3 of us can't go to the bank. When we reach there, we submitted our passports. They open account for the 3 of them, the Ghanaian lady and the Jamaican lady, except me. Why? Because I'm a Nigerian. They said they are not opening account for Nigerians. I said, God, which kind of thing be this? Then I felt so bad, then because I needed the account. But you compare me past, they say when would they go? The Jamaican lady were like, Nigerians, they have been known as a bad people. They have been known as a bad people in all over the world. As in, I don't understand. I say, Nigerian people, you are insulting me because I'm a Nigerian. You are making me feel more bad. I can't go back to where they work. Then I explain everything to my manager. My manager said, okay, I shouldn't worry. Come place a call, do some certain this. So they now sent a letter from our headquarters. I don't know, in fact. And I know they work for a small place. So they sent this letter. I would not like to show everything, but this letter here. So they sent it, make a carry and go to the bank. So when I reached, so she carried me go meet their general manager. The general manager can say, I'm sorry, we don't have anything against you. It's just that we are not opening account for Nigerians. Like, I cried. I said, this one is sin of the forefathers. And you know, even end there, they still explain. They even write, come place for the letter where they give me. Write something, come place. Say, she's a Nigerian. We don't have anything against her. It's just the place, her nationality. Now, the place where they get problem. Everything I do, I'm not a scammer. I'm a genuine and a good person. I don't even work for government. I don't even chop money. I don't even, as in, I am a good person to the core. For like, God knows that I am a good person. Jesus Christ. The sin of the forefathers has finally found me here. Nigeria happened to me here. Like, as in, I felt bad. And I don't even know when, like, they couldn't do us like say we'll be slave. What have we done? We the innocent ones. What? Why? Why should we suffer that way? And our sole government, they are not even doing anything about it. And I believe that those people in power, they don't go buy green cards from other passports from other countries. Because as long as you have that Nigerian passport, Omo, you are a, do I call you a fugitive, or you are in fact, you are a sinner. Yes. I don't know what I want. I don't just know what to use to classify it, because, oh my God. I know Nigeria is a great country. If you know better for this our generation, it go later better. Might be the thing. No matter how it be, these evil people will not go get tired one day. And Nigeria is going to be great again. That is all I know.
Something is happening all over the world against Nigerians holding Nigerian passports as a whole. But many are not aware. Now, Trump saying that he's adding Nigeria to the list. It's nothing compared to what is already going on. Sometime last year, I'm trying to remember the country I was trying to apply for visa. Either Mexico or Portugal, I can't remember. But in Mexico, when I went to their websites, because I was looking at people, I can't remember the country, I don't want to be wrong. But that country, I was trying to check Nigerian passport holders with British residency, whether you can apply or whether there's some special conditions that allow you to go without visa. When I opened the country's website, they were allowing other country nationals who require visa to that country but have British residency. Yes, you can go with your British residency, except Nigeria. It was written in red. I said, why except Nigeria? Now, last year, I went to Qatar. Hey God, Nigerians don't understand what is going on. There has to be an uprising. I went to Qatar last year. My visa, I applied as a resident, because they ask you, are you a British resident, whatever. Yes, apply under A3. I applied under 24 hours. I got my visa. I did 2 times to Qatar. 24 hours. I got my visa. Guys, Qatar. They're not giving Nigerians again like that, though. Hey, Father Lord. As Dubai denied me, I said, okay, make I just go Qatar now. The plan was to enter Qatar with the kids. Then being Qatar, their dad will come in and take them to Dubai so that Jaden can go and see the tallest building in the world. That was my plan. I've applied now. It's been 3 weeks. Qatar never answered me. I'm asking somebody, an agent. The agent say, it's the same thing for all the Nigerians that you apply for. Qatar, no, they answer again. Do you guys understand what is going on? The other day, Ghana. Very soon, Ghana is going to start. You will start requiring visa to go to Ghana. Very, very soon. Ghana. This country deported some Ghana. Israel deported some 3 Ghana people. Deported them to back to Ghana. You know what Ghana did? Ghana will get president, will get balls, because I don't know what we get as president. You know what Ghana did? Ghana also did the same thing. Turned back Israelis at the airport. Back. You're not going to disgrace my country members. Israeli presidents. They had to call. Israel had to apologize to Ghana. As it stands, before you fit go get Ghana passport, now they know they give Nigerians again. God, oh, if you never collect your British passport, just say, may God help us, make all of us quickly. 2027 is coming. You go still carry religion, carry tribalism for head. But the world is turning against us. The world is turning against us. A country that is filled with intelligent people. Now animals, they rule now. The world is turning against us. A country that is all over the world. If you see those who are carrying first, if you see those who are doing great things, those who are breaking ground, Nigerians. How come with such our brilliant mind, they see they turn their back? What is going on? What is going on? Now, I do not blame the world, though. See, because some of una no good, Make they talk the truth. Make I speak to English, because I get Americans when they follow me. As that's at the shame. Some of una no good, una good. They carry una bad character. They walk around the world. They carry now. Nobody wants to deal with your shit. Nobody wants to deal with your shit. One motto that I have personally as a human being. You see, one motto that I have. I know that Nigeria has bad name. So what I do, I feel is one person at a time. One person at a time. That's why when I'm dealing with international people, international partners, I go over and above to be straight, to be honest, to be timely, for them to say, oh, Nigeria has bad name. Oh. But there was this lady that I dealt with, though. Her name is Choma. That lady made me start to think twice about the bad name Nigerians have, because I have dealt with her and she was good. You see, if all of us, one by one person at a time, can begin to do this. I have dealings right now with a Ghana person, and when he wanted to deal with me initially, he didn't want to do it because he said, I be Nigeria. He said, Nigeria. But the person that recommended me say, this one is different. And I made sure, just day before yesterday, I paid him the share of his money. I paid him the share of his money for the business that we are doing. And some payments that he was not aware of that came in, I still, everything, CSV file. I sent that the guy. I said, these are the payments that you were not aware of. This came through this other link. This came through this. He said, wow. You're so honest. I didn't even know. I said, you don't need to know. As long as you're dealing with me, I'm going to be honest. As straight as an arrow. Guys, you don't bad. We don't carry bad name, we don't carry bad name. It's all over the world, but we can change it. We might not change it completely in our generation, but we can start one person at a time. Begin to be honest, begin to be straight, begin to do the right thing, one person at a time. If we can do this, maybe, just maybe, our children, because our generation is over for us, but maybe our children can have a chance where the world will not alienate them, where the world will not give them a blanket sanction, where the world countries quietly will not give them special conditions. Imagine me calling the hotel in Dubai. Normally when you book a 5-star hotel in Dubai, they go do visa for you. I called the hotel to help me with my visa. They said, what country passport are you using? I said, Nigeria. They said, I'm sorry, Nigeria has special conditions. Why? One person at a time. That fast money where you won't get, that thing where you won't do, where you know say, if they find out say you be Nigerian, it gonna make all of us look bad. Don't do it. It might not be for you. Think about your children. The world is turning against us. The world, this will not be giant. We not be giant again, no. We ain't giant, no bullshit. We are not giant. There is nothing giant about us. Let us be honest with ourselves. One person at a time. We can change the narrative.
Listen, I have said this and I will keep on preaching this until Nigerians, you start fishing out your people, the ones that you know that they are destroying your names, the bad guys, until you start fishing them out, calling them out, making the authorities of every country that they go to, what they are doing in those countries, until you start doing that and stop defending. That's when things will begin to change. Because if a Nigerian knows that, oh, I'm doing something bad and there is another Nigerian who knows about it, they can easily report me. Because if you don't do that and they keep on doing this and you are a genuine person, let me tell you, when they commit the crimes, it will affect you. I'm very sure these ladies that I showed their videos, they've never committed any crime, but just look at them. It is affecting them. Who caused them? It is affecting them. Who caused them? That's the question I'm asking. Who caused them? Listen, the Nigerian passport that is being rejected, even bank accounts, they are not allowing you to even. Some time ago, I shared a video of a man and his daughter. Also, I think Poland or one of these European countries. This man went to the bank just to open an account for the child, a very young girl. The bank said so far as she's a Nigerian, they will never open the account for her. A very young kid, like I'm sure 16, 17 or something. They are denying that child because it is affecting everybody. And let me tell you, as I said, until you guys start fishing out your own people. Imagine in Ghana here, for instance, how many Nigerians have been arrested for doing fraud, romance scam and all that. 200, 140, 150, 30, 40. And we know that there are more more. And I know definitely our cyber security, they are working on it and they will arrest more. Just look at the young girls on the street doing a show. Like, Charlie, you guys are doing the worst. This is the truth. And now these attitudes or characters has become like a virus to the whole world, because Nigerians travel a lot, so they are everywhere and they are just destroying the name of the country. Today, just look at them. They are facing rejection upon rejection upon rejection. Charlie, me, the little advice I would give, that's what I've said, until you start reporting people, your own people that are destroying your names. Listen, she said a Ghanaian, like one of them saying a Ghanaian was allowed and the other nationals too were allowed, but she being a Nigerian, she wasn't allowed. That is how it is, and it is going to be for you guys until you start reporting your own people. Charlie, thank you so much for watching.